Alright, this is Aztec 101, and I'm going to talk about the fight. Julio Cesar Chavez fight versus Vera. Scorecards were ridiculous. Vera won, in my opinion. He was he was the one that landed the not just most of the punches, but he was also able to execute his game plan all the way through. He fought all the way through the 10 rounds. Uh, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., I can see them giving, around the beginning of the fight, Chavez was doing pretty well. He was able to box and actually outbox Vera. He was able to sneak in some very powerful punches and catch Vera as he's coming in. Vera did really well as far as responding to these big shots that he took, and he continued with the game plan, continued pushing forward, and did exactly what he had to do, in my opinion, to win the fight. But we can't always, uh, agree with the scorecards. In my opinion, if it was a draw, it would have still been controversy, but it wouldn't have been as bad as it is, scoring the fight. I think one of the scorecards was actually uh, 98, 92. I mean, 2 rounds to Vera. I think the other one was 97, 93, and 96, 94. So, in my opinion, I would have been, it would have been reasonable and a lot easier to grasp if they would have scored this a tie, but they didn't. They scored it obviously in Chavez's favor. I didn't see it that way. I know that he was the more accurate puncher, and he was hitting some hard shots, but he was taking a lot of punishment as well. And no matter what, I know that Chavez has a tough chin, but he was fighting a smaller guy, and none of this was going to be a problem for Vera. Vera knew that he was the more athletic fighter. Then that's pretty much what ended up happening. Is Julio Cesar Chavez did not perform like the professional athlete he's getting. He should. He didn't perform like the professional athlete he's supposed to be. He just didn't. He performed like he performed like basically like as if this was some kind of sparring match. This really wasn't something that he took serious. He didn't train seriously. He didn't take his weight serious. He didn't take his fans serious, and that was the most disrespectful thing that Julio Cesar Chavez could do. And I don't think that anybody really wants to see Julio Cesar Chavez anymore. We don't want to dislike the name because there's a legendary fighter tied to that name, but Julio Cesar Chavez is just completely disrespecting the legend that is Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. And Chavez Sr. is just, that's his son. He's going to defend him till death. And I don't think that we're going to see anything different from Chavez Jr. He's now the man that we see. He's not going to change. He's not going to change for anybody. And if we want to see him take this serious, I think we're going to have to put fights on the line, put fights in front of him that it's going to put his career on the line. Um, but I don't think American fans. I don't think we want to see Chavez Jr. fight anymore. I don't. I really doubt that even Mexican fans uh, care to see him anymore. I I don't want to see him anymore. I want this guy to either start taking things serious and really. This was supposed to be something that he was supposed to be able to walk through Vera, but Vera was a tough opponent. Like I said, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. is a great boxer and he has a lot of skills and he has a lot of talent, but he's not working like a champion. He doesn't have the he doesn't have the drive, I think, that it takes to be a champion. And he's he's a young kid and he's winning his fights. But this fight was just not a fight he won, in my opinion. He was a clear loser in this fight. Vera did very well. Like I said, he moved forward, continued to move forward, reacted to the heavy punches well through combinations to the body and to the head, mixed it up, let his hands go. He, took some punishment because he was letting his hands go, but he stuck to the game plan all the way through. And that, in my opinion, should have won him the fight. In my opinion, if it should have won him the fight. The way he was fighting, the way he was outlanding, the way he was pushing back, the larger, the bigger, the stronger Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. So I'm not going to dwell on this. I think a lot of people are mad at the judges. I can see how some of the rounds that I scored for Vera could be given to Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. because of the accuracy and the heavier punches. But I feel like when you have exchanges and as many exchanges as there were in each round, um, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. just did not win most of those exchanges. He lost most of those exchanges. He was able to counterpunch and react well and catch uh, Vera off balance, but Vera continued to move forward, continued to initiate conflict, and every time there was a confrontation, Vera it seemed like he had the upper hand. He would land more punches, not the more devastating punches, but he did land some really good shots. And I really don't have anything else to say about this. I'm pretty sure everybody else saw the same thing that I saw. So, in my opinion, let's move on. I don't want to talk about Julio Cesar Chavez anymore. This fool uh, pisses me off. So this is Aztec 101, and I'm out.